Any comment, Mr. Talahi?
Well, I think
Do you think Attorney Terlahi would be, Jackie Terlahi would be agreeable to this potential settlement, given that her client has vehemently denied the allegations?
Well, it would be foolish for her not to be, to agree to this. There's nothing to lose. It's a non-binding, mediation, and so, we can always go and litigate it.
How about your clients who have only asked for an apology from Aperon? Will they get that from the settlement, out-of-court settlement?
Well, I doubt if any of my clients going to reject the check, right?
So by agreeing to the settlement, it's not necessarily an admission of guilt.
Well, that's always the language, huh? Once parties settle, and one of the language in there would be that for example, the settling, the defendant is not, there's no admission of fault or guilt.
Why buy into the Hope and Healing program?
I'm sorry?
Why buy into the program?
Well, let me ask you, why not?
You're asking for a stay. How long would that be? 60 days?
Well, they're very optimistic, and they're, which is one of the things that's attractive, is the hope from them is that to settle everything by September 1st, which is, less than 3 months on today's date. So, and that's my point, that there's nothing to lose.
How confident are you that they can do that within the 3-month timeline? Especially now that they still haven't mentioned the last person in their board.
Well, look, if settlements begin, then and in good faith, and all the parties are happy, so that by the time we get to September 1st, I don't think it will, matter that it, let's say the end date, is moved a month or 2 or 3, as long as settlements are occurring. It's not going to be a one-time settlement. It's going to be an individual settlement. And so as each case is evaluated, and let's say it settles, some I expect will settle, and some I expect, will not settle, because perhaps the offer that is being given, is too low. It depends on the particular plaintiff,
Will they be seeking amounts similar to what has been sought in the filings? For example, many of them are seeking $5 million each or $10 million.
I'm sorry?
Will they be seeking the same amounts that were in the filings, $5 to $10 million each, or what kind of amounts are we looking at as far as settlements?
Well, right now we don't know. So of course we'll play it, according to the harm, that each claimant or plaintiff, suffered. And of course, I expect that, there'll be different factors as far as the type of, as to how to value the pain and suffering. So I expect, of course, and so a lot of them would be, it will be based on, for example, my expectation it's going to be based on the type of abuse, the frequency of the abuse, the length of the abuse, how far back, and of course the effect that the abuse has had on that particular victim.
Those 7 more filings that you said you could file, are you going to be making those public even if you don't file them here in district court?
I expect that everything is going to be confidential agreements. The only thing that will, that the public will know, or you folks, since you are the people that the public look to, is that a settlement was reached.
How many of your clients have already undergone counseling through Hope and Healing Guam?
Oh, none yet. That is, that's one of the things that's going to happen immediately. Once we sign it, then, you know, of course, we expect that on a daily basis, you know, once we agree as to when, because people have to, you know, to be available for that particular phase of the program. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.